Welcome to The Sustainable Mind. I'm Leanne. Today I'd like to guide you in a meditation on listening to sounds. So let's settle in. And as we settle in and finding that comfortable posture, just a note to say that listening to sounds or using sounds as an anchor can be a really kind way to practice, particularly if we're struggling with the breath for any reason, or we have any discomfort or pain in the body. So noticing and listening to sounds can be a different way to practice and a different place to focus our attention. Another benefit is that we can often find that by listening to sounds, is that it can calm the thinking activity of the mind. It can slow the thoughts down a little. So, seeing if that's true for you through this practice. So we'll come into that comfortable posture, bringing our attention into the body. You might like to close the eyes or hold a soft gaze. And we'll just take a moment to ground in the body. So taking a moment to feel your feet on the ground, feeling that connection with the earth. And then bringing your attention up through the legs and bringing that attention into your seat. So the backs of the legs, the base of the pelvis, and maybe the lower back if you have some support there. And if it feels okay too, you might like to take a couple of deeper breaths here, breathing into the pelvis. If you can, breathing into the seat of the pelvis. So just doing the best you can here, breathing as low as possible. We're just supporting the sense of connection between the body and the chair, whatever we're seated upon. And importantly, on each out breath, inviting the body to soften and relax. To become a little bit more heavy, really feeling the weight of the body here in the seat. And then releasing those deeper breaths whenever that feels enough. Allowing the body to come into a natural rhythm. And then just checking in with some key areas here. You might like to just soften around the eyes, loosen the jaw, soften through the neck and the shoulders. Allowing the arms and hands to rest easily, with the fingers soft and loose. And softening in the belly here, just to allow for that natural wave of the breath. And then feeling into the body, feeling the whole body, feeling any sensations in the body. maybe that thoughts are coming in, words, images, and that's just fine. It's easy for the mind to get distracted, particularly when we first start to settle here. So as best we can, just noticing what comes up and then dropping our attention back down into the body, maybe feeling the movement of the breath here. And then from here, after the body has settled somewhat, there's a sense of a little bit of calm, maybe groundedness. And then the invitation here is to move our attention from the body to sounds. So drawing on our sense of hearing, of listening, and noticing sounds. We might notice sounds near, far away. Noticing sounds in all directions. And seeing if we can allow sounds to come into our experience as opposed to us sort of straining or seeking to hear. Just allowing them to appear. And often, then to go again. And there might be sounds that are short, that are long, that are soft, that are loud. And it's seeing if we can listen into the quality of the sound. So we might sometimes have a tendency to label the sound. Bird, voice, traffic. But seeing if we can listen in to the raw sensations of the sounds, and also cultivating a sense of curiosity and beginner's mind, as if we're hearing the sound for the first time. What is this? And if the mind gets distracted, or maybe gets lost in a story about the sound, this is just fine. It's knowing and recognizing that this is what the mind does. And actually every time it happens, it's useful for our practice, because we can notice And it doesn't matter when we notice that the mind is distracted. And then the practice is bringing the attention back to this present moment, to listening. And of course, all sounds are present, they're happening now. So each time the mind wanders, just coming back to listening, hearing sounds, noticing. So cultivating our listening and coming back to it over and over again. So you might like to draw this practice to a close, and you can repeat this practice at any time, or you may like to remain here and continuing your listening practice for as long as you have time for. Otherwise, I will say thank you for your practice.